Jim, when I came in to see you about the soybeans for our engineer by design soybean sorter activity, you mentioned to me that you had a commercial application that was very similar to what I was talking to you about.
Yes.
And I know Central Prairie Co-op went about to do the soybeans, you know, the grain sorter thing. Why did you guys pursue that? What did you find the problem with?
Well, we weren't getting enough dockage out from what, when we ship it, we're going to be docked from the bigger elevators, and we just weren't getting enough dockage passed on to the farmers. We were basically eating a great deal of dollars that we just couldn't separate it out well enough doing it by hand. That's why we went to a machine.
Okay, what options did you look at? Was there another option besides the one you chose?
They've been looking at this for several years. It was just the thought of course, the board decided, and actually it was getting in their own pockets if they voted to go with the machine and take more dockage out, because it was going to cost them some money too. Even though it was good for the co-op, it was going to get into the pocket of the farmers a little bit. But in the end, it's going to mean better grain quality and hopefully more money for everybody, because it forces them to harvest better.
And why had this not happened until now? Did the technology on the machinery improve that much?
It's taken years. They've known about this for years, and it was just a problem, and the dollar amount finally got large enough from what we were missing to finally do something about it. It's just a new management came in, and it was just enough dollar-wise that they thought it was wise to go ahead and make the jump to this.
And what kind of benefit is this going to give your co-op over a year's period of time?
Okay, we've always run through and done our moisture and test weight through this machine. But the dockage kicker, which is this big kind of tan colored machine, just to show you what difference it does make over the entire year last year, we handled around 10 million bushel of grain, and they back figured to see how much difference it would make over a year's time had we had the dockage kicker versus just using the pan and doing it by hand. And over our 11 locations that we have, it would have made the co-op approximately $1 million more profit just from the stuff that we were missing, but we were getting charged for at the terminal elevators. So it's made a lot of difference money-wise for us.
Okay. Do you want to show us how this works then, please?
Okay. We'd always take a sample out of the truck, run it through here for moisture and test weight. Then we dump the sample into the scales, and it's set up to where it is in grams. And then I'd push this button so I know how much dockage there is. That'll run through. It takes about 30 seconds for the dockage. Grain has its own airflow and speed control. So right now we've got soybean strains in here. The other reason we went with the machine is it takes the human factor out of it. And it doesn't do it the same way every time. Instead of doing it by hand, if you don't do enough shakes or whatever, there was always that accusation that you didn't do it the same as the other guys. This way, by running it through a machine, it takes the human factor out of it. And it's whatever shows up in the pan is what you get. that's what's in the grain. And we've done a few tests. Doing it by hand, we were only coming up with about half that,
Okay.
because we wouldn't get all the little pieces. We'd get the large pieces, but we wouldn't get all and that's all weight, that's all trash. And you're paying grain price for that. That's why I need to weigh that. And on soybeans, if there was any other little piece in here we could pick out. So that's 1.79%. That's for material, it's dockage. And I think when you were down here earlier, we kind of figured that up, and that actually comes out in a semi-load of soybeans. That comes out to about $45?
Right, about $148 is
Yeah.
what you showed me.
And that's just incredible to think that that little bit would amount to that much over
A
about-
load.
Yeah, it would be like 17 bushel of soybeans, but it's this kind of stuff we'll get docked for. And in years past, we've been pretty lenient about not docking. So that's what we get out of it. So we just basically, if we're going to get docked for it, we have to dock for it. We're not being rough with anybody. That's just the way it is now. This has forced the guys running the machines to do a much better job about running their combines, trying whatever.
So they adjust their technology on their
Yes.
machine in order
Yeah.
to be able to.
Yeah, before, when it wasn't costing them anything, there wasn't any incentive to do a great job of thrashing. Now there is. Because the cleaner it is, the more money they're going to make. And the
Is
less
there any
dock.
advantage to the co-op other than the difference in dockage? Do you get any kind of premium or anything if you come in with cleaner grain?
No, I
Not
don't think
this
there's any
point.
premium, but the thing of it is, it's easier to take care of.
Okay.
It's makes it to where it's less likely to get buggy. You keep the trash out of it, and it flows out of the bin better. There's all kinds of pluses for having clean grain. Besides the dollars of it.
Okay.
It's easier for the elevator guy.
Well, thank you so much for being willing to share this with
Well, you're sure
with
welcome.
our
That's,
students. I mean, it's really neat to be able to create those real life
it's been a change.
industry connections with what we're trying to teach in the classroom.
It's been a change for us, but I think it's a good one. It's be very positive.